Good evening, I'm Brett Baer. On this 11th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks, there are fears tonight of a different kind of disaster looming in the Middle East. More on the 9/11 remembrances in just a bit. But first, Fox News has learned President Obama has rejected a request for a meeting in New York or Washington with Israel's prime minister, who is sounding new alarms over the prospect of an Iranian nuclear weapon. While White House officials insist it's a scheduling snafu, senior Israeli officials are clearly not pleased. Chief White House correspondent Ed Henry is following this breaking story.
Just days after taking Jerusalem out of the Democratic platform sparked chaos at their convention.
In the opinion of the... Let me do that again.
The White House is now dealing with the fallout from a report in the Israeli press claiming President Obama denied a request to meet with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in New York later this month around the opening session of the UN General Assembly.
I think President Obama knows that Prime Minister Netanyahu will ask him, what are you going to do regarding Iran? How long do you want us to wait? And maybe he wants to avoid that meeting. I understand he is busy campaigning, but those crucial issues are more important.
White House officials confirmed to Fox the two leaders will not be meeting, but insisted the president did not refuse to meet with Netanyahu, noting the president is in New York on Monday, September 24th and Tuesday, September 25th. White House spokesman Tommy Vitor said Netanyahu does not arrive until later in the week, adding, quote, "They're simply not in the city at the same time, but the president and prime minister are in frequent contact, and the prime minister will meet with other senior officials, including Secretary Clinton, during his visit." An Israeli official told Fox the prime minister made it clear he'll travel to Washington to make the schedule work. And today, Netanyahu had harsh words for the U.S. over its stance on Iran's nuclear program.
The world tells Israel, wait, there's still time. And I say, wait for what? Wait until when? Those in the international community who refuse to put red lines before Iran don't have a moral right to place a red light before Israel.
The tension comes as the UN Atomic Agency today said it has new intelligence suggesting Iran has advanced its work on a nuclear bomb. And while the president used his convention speech to try and smooth things over,
our commitment to Israel's security must not waver, and neither must our pursuit of peace.
He and the prime minister have had a series of frosty meetings, which Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney, a longtime friend of Netanyahu, has tried to capitalize on.
They now say that they're not certain what the capital of Israel might be. I find that one more example of Israel being thrown into the bus by the president.
While White House officials sharply denied Romney's characterization, they will not get specific about the red lines that Netanyahu has been demanding.
The president's position, unequivocally, is that he is committed to preventing Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon.
Now, I spoke to a senior official just a few moments ago who would not rule out the possibility that a meeting in Washington could be worked out on Friday, September 28th. But the official noted it's an election year, and it's also possible the president could be in a battleground state on that day. Of course, a move like that might only inflame Netanyahu even more. Brett?
More on this with Charles Krauthammer and the panel a bit later. Ed, thank you.